North 110 at 6 downtown, there's still a stall. Middle lane is blocked. And North 110 before the 5 in Elysian Park, a stall that has the left lane currently blocked. Also North 110 before Century Boulevard, South LA. 2-car wreck to the right shoulder. Discover Awesometown's newest neighborhood Saturday, March 5th at the grand opening of Lavello in Valencia. With luxurious designs, countless amenities, expansive views, and fully furnished models, these large new homes are an opportunity you won't want to miss. Visit Valencia.com for details. Get updates on your smartphone at CBSLA.com.
You're listening to KFWB News Talk 980. My name is Les Brown, and we come your way Monday through Friday from 2 o'clock until 4 o'clock, and we engage you in conversations about a variety of topics. This program is designed to empower you to transform your mindset, expand your skill set, and invite you to be a part of a community of greatness. You have something special. You have greatness within you. We've been talking about a book that has really created a lot of conversation called Manning Up: How the Rise of Women Has Turned Men into Boys. I want to talk to Enrique. You are very patient, and Irvine, thank you so much for calling in. What is your story?
Well, my story is basically I grew up without a dad, so my mom had to be the dad and the mom in the family.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she did a pretty good job. You know, she taught us about God.
Yes.
You know, she taught us about things that we'll have to do in the future as far as manhood it would be.
Yes.
The only thing that I missed from my dad was like the fishing. We were always poor, so you know it was very hard for her in that sense. Let me park the car too, because I've been driving from Irvine back home to La Habra, and it's kind of loud because of the muffler.
I understand.
Yeah, so the basic thing was my mom, I think, did a very good job. Unfortunately, me being hard-headed, grew up the wrong way, and then finally went back to God. And through all that time, my mom was always pushing me, telling me my responsibilities, and, you know, I got married, had 4 kids, and I think, you know, for women, it's very important that they realize if there's no husband in their life, that, you know, they take a big role, same as men. But for women, it's, I think, a lot tougher because, you know, they basically gave you birth. Now they have to try to teach you stuff that they don't really know. And I think my mom did a very good job. I didn't grow up too bad. But unfortunately, with choices we make as men, you know, it's not so much the mother's fault, it's the men's fault. You know, the choices I made me do stupid things, and thankfully she always kept God in my mind, you know, and now I'm back with him. So.
But let me ask you this, Enrique. You first of all of us have made stupid choices in the past. Nobody's without exception in that area. I want to know, what are you doing now? How are you? Are you being a responsible father to your 4 children?
Yeah, unfortunately, I heard your show. I've been hearing your show for the last month or so since I started working around Santa Margarita.
Yes.
And I was without a job for about 2 years. We went through about $80,000 in my 401k. We were headed for divorce. Wasn't working. Would get a job, and as soon as they found out I had a DUI, it's like over. Because I'm in pharmaceutical. I make drugs, injections, and stuff like that.
Yes.
So, but now I'm working. I've been working for the last month. You know, I went back to church. I started, you know, reading my Bible again.
Good.
And to me, that's what really did it. And I'm being responsible when I was with my kids. My daughter, on the 4th of July of 2009, left home, ran away because of me, of my addiction. And she had said, you need to fight God, get right with yourself, get a job.
So now you are aligned with your family. Has your daughter come back?
No, she took off for like 2 days to my sister's house.
Oh, okay.
First day
all
we
right.
didn't know. And yeah, she came back. She's been back.
Okay, and now you're being the man that you have it within yourself to be.
I'm getting there.
Oh, you're getting there? That's good. Thank you for your honesty, but you can do it, and keep your commitment to your commitment, because she needs to see the best in you. You are her inspiration. You are her hope for the future. So continue to hold strong to the values that you know that can move you into the future and can be a good example for her. Will you do that?
I will.
Okay.
You know, I think she likes me less now, though, because now that I'm straight, I'm drug-free, going to church, you know, making responsible choices now with my wife, with my children. You know, now she doesn't like it because she has nobody, like, before she would use my wife, like, oh, Dad, and then all of a sudden me and my wife would be fighting, she'd be out of the hole. you know, and she doesn't like it now. Because
But, you know, kids go through changes, and that's going to change. Don't worry about it. That's just a temporary form of insanity. Don't worry about it. Thank you so much for calling, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much for listening to the program. Diane, I need to talk to you. Will you say that women are not willing to wait, Diane?
I want to say that we need to clone more like you and pass you around for all the women that are looking for real men.
Okay, I don't know about that one, but thank you so much.
I do. I'm trusting that is the truth.
You're so kind. So you think that women are spoiling men?
I'm back again.
Yes.
You remember me.
Yes.
Anyway, I really believe that women have nothing to do with this rising up and making men into boys, because a real woman wouldn't even spend a minute with a little boy.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to disagree with that. Title.
I see. So you're saying,
but just that title irks me, because a real woman wouldn't even waste time, like some of the callers have said. They're rescuing, they're doing this, they're hanging around with a guy who doesn't have money. I don't get it. I wouldn't even waste my time. I'd rather go out for a walk with a dog than, go and spend, time with a little boy who isn't going to treat me right.
That's you got something there.
Yeah,
wow.
Because it's really not the men. It's the women, from the mother being weak, from a father being a wuss, whatever it is, it's coming from the family.
Wow.
One woman who raises, like you were adopted, you said, if you have a strong mother who can be a father figure too, then you're going to have a healthy male at 18. He's going to know how to treat a woman. If you have a weak mother with a father in the house that doesn't do the right thing, you're still going to have a weak male. So I really believe it's the mother that teaches the boy how to disrespect women. And
the hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. Thank you so much. I appreciate your call in. Thank you so much. Sheree, you have so much patience, and thank you so much for your patience. Sheree, your father was a real man.
Yes. Men, they don't make men like my dad. My dad, he struggled with jobs because he couldn't read, and my mom helped him learn to read, and it was just nothing he couldn't do. He fixed things. It was just nothing he couldn't do. And he made provision. He made provision for us. And he always, it was just something just to see him create things. He was a guy, he just had to be doing something, So he was always doing something. But the men now, they want something for nothing. Things are too hard. They get overweight, and then they can't do the job because they get out of breath or whatever it takes. Then they say, well, this job wasn't for me, and that job wasn't for me, and they just never stick to anything. They just, if it doesn't work, they just let it go. They don't have the sense of going through, because the Bible says that their minds are wiser, but their hearts are weaker. And that's what I see in the men now. The hearts are weaker. There's no strong will to keep going through, to do it. Even if you don't get the appreciation back. I saw my dad, even sometimes when he didn't think that he got the appreciation back, he still did it because that was his responsibility to take care of his family.
Wow. Well, listen,
you don't see that
Sheree, we're winding up, but I want to thank you so much, and to end on a good note about a real man, and your father was a real man. Thank you so much for calling in. Let me tell you about another real man who has heart. His name is Tommy, and Tommy didn't get that from his father. His father was in and out of his life. He learned that by watching his grandfather and his uncles. And Tommy is a father and a good husband of 3. His wife got pregnant with the 3rd child. He said, baby, you don't have to work. I'll take care of you. There are a lot of good Tommies out there. And we want to thank all of you for calling in and sharing your story with us. And I'd like to encourage everyone listening. All of us have a stake in how we come together as in relationships and as families, and how we develop ourselves and the values that will take us into the future. And one of the things that I'd like to leave with you, every week we say this at some point in time, as we look at ourselves, look at our children, look at our relationships. In order to be successful, you must be willing to do the things today others won't do. In order to have the things tomorrow others won't